financial problems for so long. Even during that time, I was ill and I went into the hospital without insurance. Mm-hmm. Bills do pile up, and I never see an opening at the end of the tunnel. And I always worry about if things don't work out with his new job.
Okay, well, give me his birthday quickly.
Excuse me?
Give me his birthday.
His birth date is April 13, 42.
April 13th, 1942. 4/13/42. By the way, Terry, what's it like over in your town? Is it still raining?
It's raining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mary Michele is looking up the chart now. That's why I'm trying to fill time here. We could sing a little.
Right.
Okay.
But that's okay.
The problem was my thing to hear was kind of out of joint, too. April
13th. 1942.
42, right. Okay. Sun in Aries, Moon in Aries, Mercury in Aries. He's got to learn self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
It's a time, this is a perfect complement. Your relationship is a perfect complement. Libra is the opposite of Aries. So, you're someone to really help him with this. Mm-hmm. It's always very nice when you've realized you're opposite. It means that you're working through things well. You're understanding. Your ability to help is very good. You have good instincts. He has a problem with discipline, and he needs to, he needs to really work on this over the next couple of years. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean that things aren't going to work out for him, but he has to be very specific and deal with details, which I'm sure he doesn't like. And, he just has to find ways to reorganize and restructure.
Okay.
In a very solid kind of way. Mm-hmm. So all the little things that he doesn't want to do, he has to be encouraged to do.
Exactly. And I do try to push him. My last question is, as far as my son goes, do you see a bright future for him? And also wanting to know, what is his romance life going to be like? Because he has gone through a couple of
okay, what's
problems.
His birthday?
His birthday is September... let me think for a minute. September 6th, 1975.
Okay, September 6th, 1975. In general, for the Virgos this year, it's a good year for money. September 6th. Okay, he was born with the Sun in Virgo, the Moon in Libra. You figure very strongly in his chart.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Well, it's good. The Moon in Libra, he sees you as being very artistic and very fair, but at times authoritative. Mm-hmm. Mercury in Libra, he has a good mind. He expresses himself well. What kind of work does he do?
He's working part-time now. He works for Yorktown Parks and Rec, and he works for a clothing store, but he's also taking courses in college, but not for any particular degree or certificate in any way.
Well, don't worry about that.
But he's very creative.
But Virgo's, it's very important, and he's got a lot of energy in Virgo here. It's very important for him to get that kind of knowledge. He'll come to the decision. It's a good year for him to study.
Good.
Okay?
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for calling. We're going to get to B just a couple seconds away. We have an open line at 241-1310 if you want to talk to Mary Michele. We will be back in 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Owner Tina Lanier and her warm, cordial staff invite you to join them for the grand opening of Loresse, the ultimate beauty salon and tanning center in Yorktown Heights. Experience and enjoy a relaxing and nurturing day of beauty, the feeling that you get when you are totally and luxuriously pampered from head to toe. Loresse, specializing in the latest unisex hair designs for men, women, and children, offering creative styling and special hair thinning products. Loresse, providing you with 4 comfortable state-of-the-art tanning beds in private rooms. Loresse, for professional nail care, including acrylic, tips, and wraps. Gift certificates and tanning packages are now available, perfect for Mother's Day. So come and share the elegance with Tina and Angel as they gladly cater to your every need. You will be amazed and delighted by the rejuvenated you. You deserve the best, and the best is Loresse. Beauty and Tanning, 350 Downing Road, Yorktown Heights, next to the Yorktown Diner. For appointments and consultations, call 245-3733. For tanning only, 245-1800.
So here I am singing to Mary Michele, and I forgot to give her the date. B, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm glad you've held on. B is calling from Lake Peekskill. Date of birth is June 5th, 1938, 6538. You're on with Mary Michele.
Hi, B.
Good morning, Mary. How are you?
Good. How are you?
All right.
Did you have a particular question?
Anything that you can tell me health-wise, or if I'll have a good year, anything you can let me know.
Okay, you were born with the sun in Gemini and the moon in Virgo. This is a hard angle. Two mutable signs. Gemini, is an air sign. It's being able to do the three things at once. Virgo is also a mutable sign, but it's a hard angle between the two of them. So sometimes the unconscious, it doesn't always jive with what you're trying to consciously try and do. Okay, the moon in Virgo, though, is being harmoniously aspected this year. Mercury in Taurus. What kind of physical problems?
Well, gallbladder. My doctor keeps saying I should have it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, the gallbladder isn't something we need, is it, particularly?
No.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about surgery too much. If it's something that that really needs to be done, I would go ahead and do it. Have you had surgery before?
I have, years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he says, I'm not suggesting that, don't take my word for it, but if he suggests, I think you should, you'll be okay.
I see.
Mercury in Taurus. Anything that you need financially, any monies, if you're working with the mind, if you're analyzing something, the monies will come to you this year. Venus in Cancer, Mars in Gemini. Was there something in particular you wanted to know?
No, just anything that you say that you could tell me.
Okay. Well, you're coming up to your second Saturn return. The first one happened when you were about 29, 30. And that usually is when you make the break and become an adult. And the second Saturn return is when you decide how the rest of your life you want to lead it. What kind of contemplative things that you want to do, what kinds of things that will inspire you. Learning how to enjoy your life more fully, really, is what happens during the second Saturn return. So have you been thinking about things? Either, are you retired?
Yes, I am.
Have you been thinking about changing in some way, moving or moving in with someone, or having some other different kind of lifestyle?
Not moving, but my husband passed away in December, so things have been a little, upsetting.
Yeah, I'm sure. It takes a while.
It does.
It takes a while to get over it. But I think that it's a very productive time. I think that you'll be able to, you have to reinforce this idea of thinking that you're trying to set up a new structure of how you're going to live.
Right.
And if you want to go back to school, that's okay. If you want to go do some study group, it doesn't have to be something where you're getting credit, but it can be just something that's going to give you some, energy and different things to think about. Getting involved in some social group, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, and a physical exercise as well. These are all little details that you have to deal with now and set up some kind of a structure that you're going to be able to carry with you for the next 20 years or whatever.
That's true. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling. We just had a momentary power failure. I don't know what just happened, but 3 of the lines just went dead. So we're going to take a break with Mary Michele. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. We have an open line at 241-1310. And if Tony and Judy would call back, we would appreciate that. We had a problem there? Okay. We'll be right back.
There's something always happening at Teddy's Nightclub. Hey, it's Tuesday. Pretty boring. But not at Teddy's, where it's 2 for Tuesdays, with a free hot buffet and 2 for 1 on selected drinks from 4 till 8 p.m. Still the best mental adjustment clearing center in Westchester. If the diagnosis is a tough day at work, 2 for Tuesdays is the perfect antidote. Only at Teddy's Nightclub, located at the Holiday Inn Mount Kisco. Exit 37 off the Sawmill River Parkway. Teddy's Nightclub at the Holiday Inn, Mount Kisco.
All right, let's get back to the phones now with Mary Michele at 241-1310. Tony, thank you for calling back. If you were disappeared for a second there.
Hi, thank you.
Date of birth is January 10th, 1968. You're calling from Yorktown Heights. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Tony. Did you have a particular question?
I'd like a general reading, please, perhaps to include health, career.
Okay, you have the sun in Capricorn, as you know. You have the moon in Taurus. This is a harmonious angle. The moon in Taurus, if you've heard me say this before, it's exalted in the sign of Taurus, and it's the place where people that have the moon in Taurus always get what they need. So financial things should be it may be at the 11th hour, but whatever monies that you need will come up. Mercury in Capricorn, Jupiter in Virgo, all these earth signs, Uranus in Virgo, Pluto in Virgo. This is a very good year for you in terms of business and material things. If you wanted to improve real estate, move, anything to do with tangible objects and money,
Right.
It's a very good year. You can take initiative. You can start new projects if that's what you're looking to do.
Well, we just moved.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it's lucky. It was a very good time to move, and you should be able to put in solid roots, which all these earth signs want to do.
Right.
Earth likes to feel grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Venus in Sagittarius, Mars in Pisces. Your ability to fight isn't too good.
No.
You need to learn how to, but it's been battered for the last couple of years. You're going to feel a little bit better about that. Your ability to, you're going to have more focus in the ways you use your energy and the way that you're able to get angry. And anger is something that one has to reflect on and not be necessarily angry at the fact that we get angry. Anger is something that can be rechanneled, and we all have anger. And it's human. And if the nature of thinking that you can just do away with your anger, in the olden days, that was called hubris. It was putting yourself on the same level as the gods. Mm-hmm. So you're entitled to your anger and figure out a way to rechannel it, which I'm sure you can do.
Well, that's good.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. All right, Judy did call back. Thank you very much, Judy. Date of birth is August 19th, 1934, calling from Somers, 8/19/34. You're on with Mary Michele.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
Very well.
Okay, 34, 8/19/34.
Right.
Okay. Did you have a particular question?
I want to find out how I'm going to be doing financially over the next few years.
Okay. You have a lot of fire signs here. The sun in Leo, which is fire, and moon in Sagittarius, which is fire, Mercury in Leo, which is fire, Venus in Leo, fire.
Hot stuff.
You're hot stuff. I think that the planet Pluto is going over, over the next couple of years, there's going to be issues surrounding your unconscious where you're going to, perhaps have dealings with the feminine part of your life, your mother or your daughters or your aunts or your...
I have my daughters living with me.
Uh-huh. Well... I think there's going to be a little bit of turmoil there, but I think that you have an understanding of this. You can probably do something about it. You'll find a creative way. Fire signs are about creativity, and you'll find a creative way of getting what you need from the situation. But you have to keep that in mind.
Right.
Okay. Does that help?
Very well. Very well.
Okay, thank you for calling.
Thanks for calling.
All right, hopefully this is Nancy. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Is it September or is it February 16th, 42?
No, it's September 16th.
September 16th, 1942.
That's right.
9/16/42. You're on with Mary Michele.
Okay. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I think.
You think?
Anyway.
Okay. You have a particular...
I'm very much involved with astrology and metaphysics, and I'd like you to tell me, if you could, what you see. Business has been good this year, and everything's starting to happen again for me, but I would like to know, relationship-wise, it doesn't seem to be so wonderful. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Venus in Virgo, the 16th, the 17th? September
16th.
Okay, because Mars moved the next day.
I'm sorry?
The planet Mars moved on. That's why I had to, and I forgot it. I didn't write it down. Venus in Virgo, Mars in Virgo.
Right.
Okay, this is, certainly in terms of your relationship, relationships in general, the planet Jupiter is helping all of that this year. It's creating a harmonious angle. So, Virgo tends to get bogged down in details, as I'm sure you know, and I think that what you want to do with Jupiter trining all these planets in Virgo is you want to be expansive and kind of not worry so much about what I have in my mind is perhaps entertaining, having parties or creating barbecues or doing something to create situations where you might, are you involved with someone?
Well, I've been divorced for 4 years, and I have been involved with somebody for the last 3 years, and he's a Taurus, Gemini, cusp. And so that's been kind of...
Up and down?
Up and down, yeah.
Well, all I can say is that if you create social occasions this year, even spiritual ones, if you want to go on, weekend retreats, that kind of thing, I think that the opportunity is good for either you taking him with you and getting a lot out of it as the relationship together, or going alone and perhaps finding someone new. Okay? So, I think that there's a lot of luck there, but you have to create the situation. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
All right. Thank you, Mary.
Okay, we're going to get to our last two callers just a couple seconds away. Steve and Tony, please hold on. We will be with Mary Michele just about a half minute away.
Hi, I'm Richard Roth, and I'm the overall chairman for the Northern Westchester Walk America. Walk for someone you love on April 28th in the March of Dimes Walk America. Join the nearly 1 million people nationwide who will walk for a healthy baby or one of the many thousands born each year with birth defects. To register, call 1-800-BIG-WALK.
All right, let's get back to the phones now. Steve, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, Steve's date of birth is August 22nd, 1962, calling from Bedford Hills. You're on with Mary Michele.
Hello, Mary. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I wanted to ask you, I'm getting ready to face a really big transition in my life, and any advice that you might have on it would be, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, the sun in Leo, the moon in Gemini, that's harmonious. That's a good angle between your conscious and your unconscious. Very intellectual. You have a intellectual bent. You use your mind well. Mercury in Virgo, it's exalted there. So this means that you could be involved in some kind of analysis where you analyze systems or something like that, or work with computers. What kind of work do you do?
I'm an engineer.
Okay. All right. Is it your work that you're concerned about?
Yeah, because I am taking on a new job on the West Coast. So I'll be moving.
Well, it's this Mercury in Virgo is going to help. You're going to be able to rationalize. You're going to be able to put the pros and the cons down on a list and intellectually see what it is that you need to do. I think it's a good time. I think it's a good time for you to make that shift and move on. What is the concern about it?
Oh, well, I just wanted to see any advice. I'm really excited about it. I think it's a good move, but I just wanted any advice that you have on it.
Okay. Well, I think that, you have to... your chart is not so much about instincts. It's more about the mind. You have a very analytical mind. You have a sense of fun, with the sun in Leo and so on. Your ability to have a good time is strong. But I think that you have to trust your intellect. And I think, if you feel that if you think it's going to be good, I think it will be good.
Great.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you for calling, Steve. Good luck out in California. We'll miss you over here in the VIP area. Last caller of this morning, another birthday person. April 16th, 1954. Tony calling from Armand. Good morning. You're on with Mary Michele.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Did you have a particular question?
Yeah, I do. I see a lot of turmoil. Can you clear that up or give me an idea? Personal, professionally, it just seems that everything seems to be up in a chaotic mix.
You have the sun in Aries, the moon in Libra. You were born at the full moon. This creates a lot of polarity in life. Everything in life probably has been a little bit about peaks and valleys, sort of extreme. It's a cardinal sign. You want to have your own business. Do you have your own business?
No, not really, no.
Would you like to?
Yeah, well, I'm a creative person, but also out of work, but I'm a writer, artist, that type of thing.
Venus and Taurus, that's good, particularly for your art. Your ability to create is very grounded. Do you do things with sculpture?
No, I don't.
Well, at some point you might try it. You might like it.
Okay.
Mars and Capricorn, you're a very good worker. Your ability to structure and so on is very strong. The next couple of years is going to be about self-discipline. With all these planets in Aries, the planet Saturn is going through the sign of Aries, and Aries is kind of, it's a fire sign. It likes to start new things, create new beginnings, and get people going. And with Saturn going through that sign, it's going to be about having to deal more with the details.
Well, I'm worried more about seeing things in more of an optimistic light. Things seem to be spiraling downward more, and I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel.
It's consistency.
Okay.
Where you're going to get the light at the end of the tunnel is through consistency. And I think you'll be able to do it. You just have to remember it. You kind of have to have a phrase that you repeat every day that says, I'm going to do all these little details, and I'm going to be very self-disciplined. And you'll find that accumulatively, this will get you where you need to be.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks
I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for calling. Thanks to all the people who called this morning. Quite a few there. All right, here we are, Miss Mary Michele. Is there another thing going on in the sky, another eclipse or something like that?
Well, yes. Tomorrow we have this lunar eclipse, solar eclipse. And, the eclipse is always a time of turmoil. There's definitely, and it's in the sign of Aries, so there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of initiation that perhaps is getting frustrated kind of thing. But we'll get through it, We do get through these things.
All right. Again, I'm going to ask the question, which sign should be interested in this eclipse?
Okay. It's the cardinal signs. Aries is a leadership sign, cardinality. If you think about the solstices and the equinoxes, they occur during the cardinal signs. So, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries are the 4 signs that will be affected by this eclipse. So they just have to stay very, very focused. As a rule, these are people that like to lead, so they do have a sense of being able to focus. But, don't let the temper get the best of you and, try to...
Why does she look at me when she says this? I don't know. Mary Michele, thanks so much for joining with us. You're back Monday of next week.
I am, thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you then, and also to all the nice people who called in. Next opportunity is Monday morning. I guess I have to be careful. Stay under the covers tonight and tomorrow, huh?
Well, what is it? April 17th, 1996.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Have a great day. Mary Michele, thanks so much. 46 degrees outside. Flood watch remains in effect. It's still raining outside. Still could have some heavy rain. Chance of afternoon thunderstorms also. Temperatures 45 to 50 degrees. Stay tuned now on 7 minutes past the hour. Guess who's here? Good morning, Mary Michele.
Mike, are you jealous because I'm Betty Boop and you're not?
I love your hair. I mean, it would take me years, first of all, to have ever wished I had hair like that.
Well, maybe we should get Richard in here because his is naturally curly. Mine I have to work at.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. It's not
it's called curlers. It's called electricity.
Exactly.
Do you want to go to the phones right off, or
Sure.
you want to talk first?
No, it's okay.
Oh, let's go to the phones first. Okay. Lady is on the phone. I think she's calling about her son who was born on the 14th of April, 4/14/1970. Ma'am, are you there, or is this who's it?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Can I just have your first name, please?
My name is Geraldine. I'm calling for my son, Bob.
Okay, you're on with Mary Michele.
Thank you.
Good morning, Geraldine.
Good morning. He's a young fella, April 14, 1970, born 1 o'clock. I know, because I'm the mom, in White Plains. What's the general reading for this boy?
Okay. Let's see. He has the sun in Aries. He has the moon in Leo. This is, very harmonious. He probably has a good time with you. You entertain him a lot. Is this true?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He has Mercury in Taurus, Venus in Taurus, Mars in Taurus, Saturn in Taurus. He's got a lot of Taurus in him. He's got a lot of earth-oriented stuff. He likes to work. He likes to make money. He likes to...
He's in business.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is it doing well? Is he happy with it?
Yeah, I think he's happy.
Okay.
You see a marriage?
Do I see a marriage? Okay. Well,
certainly the Venus and Mars and Saturn and Taurus, this is all, Venus and Mars are usually what represent our love life and how we adapt to our love life. And in the sign of Taurus, there's a harmonious aspect to them this year. The planet Jupiter is trining them. So, the odds are pretty good that he, would be given the opportunity to meet someone if he's not already involved. Is he involved?
Well, about a year or so, but I don't know what's going on.
Well, would you rather it was somebody else? Is this the point?
No, I happen to like her.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think the thing is that, it might be, I don't know if you want to talk to her, if you want to talk to him. It's certainly a good time. He would feel good about the decision if he came to that decision this year.
Yes.
So it would be a good time to perhaps give him a little nudge if you think that would be helpful.
So Taurus rules him then?
He has a lot of Taurus. I mean, he's in Aries. He has the sun in Aries, and that's very important. And in a way, his will over the next couple of years is going to be a little sublimated. He's going to have to learn some more discipline. Mm-hmm. But I would think that the Taurus energy would help. And certainly throughout this year, he's going to have help in that area of discipline.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Geraldine, can I ask a question? Are you there?
Yes. Oh.
Your boyfriend, your son's girlfriend's date of birth. I'm just curious about something here.
Sagittarius, December.
December.
Yeah, she told me she's a Sagittarius.
Mary Michele, any comments?
Is that a fire sign?
I'm just sitting here.
It's a fire sign. It's very harmonious for him, both, to his sun and to his moon. I mean, it's a good, he's very fiery, and that's a fire sign.
He's restless. He's like a ram.
Right.
Geraldine, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Have a good day. We're at 11 minutes past the hour. Great time. Judy is here. Judy, are you there? Judy?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, date of birth is December 23rd, 1945. You're watching on Cable Channel 12 over in Yorktown. Good morning. You're on with Mary Michele.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judy. Did you have a particular question?
Yes, I'd just like to know what the year holds in store for me.
Okay. 12/23/45. Okay. You were born with the first day of Capricorn. If you had doubts about that.
No, I knew that.
You did it. Okay. The moon in Virgo. Do you know your chart? Do you know your ascendant, your rising sign?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. Well, I can't do that here. It takes a little calculations. But anyway, there's a harmonious angle between the sun and the moon. This, and they're both being helped this year. There is, a lot of luck surrounding your health, surrounding your business, any business that you're involved with, and grounding you pretty much in your relationships. Mercury in Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarious. Other than that, you have a lot of fire here. Was there something in particular that happened around Thanksgiving?
This year?
Mm-hmm. This past Thanksgiving?
No.
Well, if you want to go back and look in that time frame, are you married?
Yes.
Well, both your emotional life and your intellectual life was being stimulated in some way around that time. So I know it's a time of family, but you might have had some insight or been thinking about things a little differently. Mars and Leo, let's see, Mars is in Aries right now, so you should have lots of good energy. Mm-hmm. Are you, doing things, getting out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Keeping busy.
Well, is there anything in particular that you wanted to know?
No, just wanted to know what the year held in store.
There's a lot of luck for you this year. Always with luck, I think we have to go out and help it along.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for calling. Mary Michele, just so you keep referring to last Thanksgiving.
Mike,
let us go back to this.
Is this a little dear to your heart?
No.
Okay, there were 7 planets in Sagittarius.
That's right.
And this, when someone has a strong Sagittarian influence in their chart, I go back to that time frame because usually what we do with astrology is we try to see in which direction the energy is manifesting, because it is manifesting. It's just a question of trying to get the person to go back and remember a little bit. I mean, I can sort of say vaguely what the areas are, but even doing a complete chart, you're never quite sure exactly how it's going to relate. The nature of fire. Sagittarius is a fire sign.